Jai Hind, all of you. This is Kalpesh here. Today we heard very bad news, very sad news about our CDS, General Bipin Rawat sir, is no more with us. This is very sad news for all Indians. We should know. In my WhatsApp and Instagram, I was watching story. I've seen the peoples are putting memes after this news. Why? Because they don't know who is General Bipin Rawat. Because they are not interested in the person who have given his life to nation. I don't know who are they, but they are in my friend list. So I know many people don't know, but you should know the important one. He was a chief. He was the first chief of defense staff. You know the history behind how it happened. Today, he was going in defense college in Tamil Nadu, in Wellington. He was going to give a short speech in that college. Officers are getting trained, so he was going to that college for giving speech. So in between, he was with his wife and with 12 more Air Force officers in helicopter Mi-17 V5. So that helicopter crashed in between, and that helicopter crashed. Out of 14, 13 died and one survived, and he is still fighting. You all should pray for him. At least he should come back with us with good health. And in that 13, our General Bipin Rawat sir and his wife was also involved, and they are no more with us. This is very bad news for all of us. We should give them a short type of. We should pray for them. May their soul rest in peace. And you should know them. Okay, this is not good news, but today's topic, which I'm going to cover, is should Article 35A be abolished in India? So all of you might be thinking, what is Article 35A? You should know 370, Article 370. See, whatever I'm talking about, it is all related with Jammu and Kashmir. There is one Article 370, which is a part of Constitution, which was given a special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir got special status from that Article 370. It was having its own constitution from that Article 370, but it can be removed by government, because that after last king of that state, Jammu and Kashmir, was Raja Hari Singh, and he was signed treaty of accession with India. So Indian government had given 370 article, but from 70 years, you know, these articles are discriminating persons from their caste and religion. The Kashmir people started thinking that they doesn't belong to India, because India is a Hindu country. They will not treat them like that. Many Kashmiri people started communication with Pakistan. Many Kashmiri Pandits are not feeling safe in Kashmir because the terror attacks and Pakistani terrorists used to come, used to fire. So the people started thinking that they are not safe in Kashmir and Jammu. And the government of India bought 35A, Article 35A, in which Article 35A is for Jammu and Kashmir permanent resident person. You might be thinking, what is permanent and what is non-permanent? Permanent is the person who are born on or after 14th May 1954. On or before, sorry, not after, before 14th May 1954, can be a permanent member of Jammu and Kashmir if he is having proof. If the person is living in Jammu and Kashmir from 10 years, then also he can become a permanent member. Or else, if he has its own lawfully immovable property, that means he have his property, his name is there in the property, and that land belongs to Jammu and Kashmir, then he can become a permanent member of Jammu and Kashmir. But these are the articles are discriminating the people. The people are not feeling safe because the constitution is different. Indian government is not involved, development is stopped fully. There are many things, like I'm giving example to it. If the girl who is a Kashmiri resident, permanent resident, and if she gets married with non-permanent Kashmiri male resident, then that girl will not able to give his property to her children. That is Article 35A. The people of Kashmir cannot go outside for government jobs. The outside people cannot come inside in Kashmir, cannot take lands of Kashmir, cannot do government job of Kashmir, state government job, cannot marry a Kashmiri girl outside people. So these are the law which are discriminating the people, which are very much different from other states, where other states are peacefully living. They are having their rights, proper rights, which in constitution have, but Kashmir doesn't have. So in 2019, article passed by president to parliament, and with that article, this article 370 got dismissed or replaced, you can say, because in article 370 it was written that article 370 will get replaced only if they will show the new article in front of General Assembly. But General Assembly was dissolved in 1994 only, so there was no General Assembly. So what government of India did, they said instead of General Assembly, they will show the new act or new constitution to Legislative Assembly, so that they can make a new act in Jammu and Kashmir. So they started making a new act. Okay, so with the help of BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, we removed this 370 and 35A article. By presidential order, this article can be declared itself null and void by 370. The main point is the article 370 dismissed itself by its own. In that article 370, it was written it can remove at any time by showing the General Assembly, which I have discussed earlier, and that point has been connected by government of India, and they shown this point, and with the help of Constitution 370, they dismissed the Constitution Act Article 370 and declared as a void, null and void, in consultation of Constitution Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir. So I'm going to talk about the positive side and negative side after Article 370. After removing Article 370 and 35A, what are the positive side and what are the negative side? And afterwards, I will give my opinion regarding it. See, the positive side is the economic development will increase. Where the Article 35A was stating that no person can come in Jammu and Kashmir and can do job, can do business. But it is removed. So everyone can come, can take land, can start business. But the point is what? They are not safe. That's why while removing this act or article, our 10,000 army soldiers were recruited to stand in Jammu and Kashmir and to protect Jammu and Kashmir civilian persons. So that's why after removing the Article 370 and 35A, our economic development in Kashmir will increase. Kashmir development will also increase. Kashmiri Pandits started thinking that they have scope, because at the time of Article 370 they started thinking they are not safe, but after removing it they are safe. And the Kashmiri people started thinking that they are derivated from India. And after removing this article, the Kashmiri people got to know that they are integrated with India. They are the people of India. They are not the people of outside. Okay, so these are the positive sides of this after removing the article. What are the negative side? The people who are against removal of article, they started saying they don't know when the government did this. See, this is something wrong which government did is. They should say the people why they want to do this, but they doesn't share it with people. They did like in few days and they started this act. So the counter view from government is, if they will state this, the people will protest against it and the work will become more complex. That's why they did it without informing the people. That is also a good point, that point to be noted here. But the people started saying that this is dictatorship, not a democratic country. because in democratic country the government first asks the people, but you're not asking, your direct taking action. This is not republic, this is not democratic, this is dictatorship. This is unconstitutional. From many political party leaders also stated this is unconstitutional. 10,000 troops allocated in Jammu and Kashmir for the protection of resident and from the protection of terrorists. But the people started saying Jammu and Kashmir doesn't have a power of government. It is controlled by Indian military, because everywhere there is Indian military, because the terrorists are there. That's why Indian military is standing. But if we think in our state there is no military, that's why we feel freedom, right? But in Jammu and Kashmir, every now and then you will see military people are walking here and there. So these are the things which are different in Jammu and Kashmir, and we should agree with it. Okay, so we should know. Afterwards, government declared from Article 370 clause 4, 367 clause 4, and Article 370 clause 3, Constitutional Assembly as a legislative assembly. And afterwards, in second resolution of Jammu and Kashmir, from section 3, Ladakh had become a union territory from Kargil plus Leh district. And from section 4, Jammu and Kashmir become a union territory. The point is, after becoming union territory, the power is with central also. So the state cannot decide the whole sequence. They have to take permission from central, like Delhi. So these are the points which I have noted and which I have delivered in my video. If you want more, you can comment. I will definitely post it for you. Okay, thank you. Jai Hind.